It's
and
so good.
and things only get more twisty from there.
I would imagine
It's
so.
pretty
yeah.
damn twisty. This prequel.
Yeah.
Every single scene has 3 or 4 layers to it. It's what people are saying, and then what they really mean. And the audience knows it, they're figuring it out all the time. And then the people in the background are relating to it and are impacted by this new information and are having separate relationships, completely separate. So there's layers of relationships. That's why you can't watch a show and play solitaire at the same time.
But plus there's the acting archaeology of bringing these people back 5 years and where they end up.
So fun.
I mean,
that's an unexpectedly pleasurable, actually, because you think, oh, how are you going to do that? That'll be lame because you know where they end up. But and it turns out that it's fascinating.
Yeah.
And these writers are so genius that they will surprise you with how these things come to be. 4 and 5 in the first season is where everybody went, oh, okay, this is our world.
Yeah.
And it's a fast groove to be in.
Oh, yeah.
And with the prequel, because it was put together, it seemed to me like came together so ad hoc. It was really a band-aid on the situation of Andy not being available. That it never occurred to me that it would be brilliant. It was just that we're doing whatever we need to survive and to keep our audience engaged. So the fact that the writing turned out to be so genius, and they've tied all these things together in the twistiest of fashions. They got gnarly minds, those writers. Well, they were in the old arena, and the old arena is a physical set. And when you have 500 extras, and they're from all over Africa, they try to keep it an authentic kind of demographic audience for the time. When you have all these people, and they're filthy, and they're all bloody raging and screaming, like you get carried away when they're doing the stunt fights. They're screaming, and the power in the room is amazing. It's like the most intense hockey match in the world, with all this hatred and fervor and passion being driven towards these two protagonists who are fighting on our behalf. Anyway, it's totally sexy. And it was really intense being in that old
Let's talk
arena.
about the sex a little more. Because, I mean, everybody's doing it. Everybody's naked. And that doesn't raise the comfort level at all? I mean, is there sort of a
communal...
communal...
naked and sex scenes are totally different.
That's true.
Like, I mean, nudity where the slaves are half naked all the time. You get used to nakedness. Just visually, it's something... It becomes a non-issue, actually. Even for the red-blooded grips and for everybody. That's something you get used to very quickly. But sex is something that, as an animal, on a cellular level, you know to protect. So when you have to exploit something to do with sex and your body, the most intimate parts of you, even though there is no contact, it's all choreographed, blah, 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 that is very counter to your animal nature. I've never gotten used to it. Jamie, everybody deals with the neuroses in their own way. Jamie went home and ate like a jumbo Kit Kat, as big as her head.
And you went home and went to bed, as I recall.
I go home and go to bed. Yeah, I just crash out for 11 hours as long as I can sleep. I can't remember what John did. John probably, went out with the boys and told them about it.
Now, there's another relationship that just comes through on screen.
Lovely, hey?
You two are so great together.
Great.
I'm so disappointed they're not going to sew his head back on.
No, I know.
But I'm thrilled that you're going to
I can't imagine life without him.
Yeah, it's good because they're such a... And again, seeing this earlier stage of their relationship, they're so interesting together. And plus, you're such great actors. That's a real... it's a real tangible relationship.
Yes, I think we really trust one another, and we feel quite tender towards one another. I'm so grateful to him for what he brought as an acting partner, and yet we don't really socialise together, John and I. It's not like that. But
we spend a frickin' day together. I mean,
right, but it's a magical thing.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. There's a
way.
chemistry.
Yeah.
That's totally tangible. So, but yeah, I had to ask that question because they had to have one of you survive.
Oh.
And I couldn't watch the last one because I knew what was going to happen. I'm sorry, I just couldn't. So, but somebody
You know
told
what?
me.
I haven't seen it either.
Okay, but somebody told me you were kind of twitching at the end. So.
There's a bit of a twitchy
Okay,
twitch
see,
thing. I
there you
thought
go.
maybe there's too much twitch actually, but I'm like, oh, Lucy, because the camera seemed so far away, I might have been like ratcheting up the twitch a bit, and I was like, oh, Lucy, you bloody overplayed it. But the audience didn't necessarily see this.
Yeah, well, it's going to be, and again, the great thing about a show like this that has this kind of texture and depth and complexity is that it can reinvent itself to a degree.
Yeah.
Every season.
No, you can't underestimate the power of the good writing in sucking you in.
Yeah, yeah.
Sucking you in.
You're
it's
invested.
Good casting and it's good writing. So we'll find a new mass to revolve around, and there'll be the new Spartacus, and we'll give him all the support he needs to be.
Yeah. So there's
terrific.
a Canadian in the running.
I don't know where I know where one fellow's from, and I ain't telling you. It may be a Commonwealth country.
Maybe. Do you get a vote?
I don't know if I get a vote. I certainly expressed my opinion, but there were some pretty funny shenanigans going on because they did a worldwide casting for this. It has not been easy to find somebody to fill Andy's shoes.
How is Andy?
He's fighting. It's chemo's a hideous
I know,
treatment.
I got a friend going through it.
Right. Several friends.
It's
go
horrible.
through it.
Yeah.
Terrible, but he's putting himself and his family first, and he'll live to have other jobs and have a long career.
Good.
So.
Good. Because he really is
this
wonderful.
Year,
I mean, stunning, but also a wonderful actor.
Magic.
Yeah.
Magic. I used to sort of you'd do a double take of like the choice he would make with a line. Like nobody else would have done that. I was often really blown away by him.
So you're back home. You've been there for a while now.
Yeah.
Kids loving it. I mean, is it? You miss
Kids
LA?
Are so happy. I do on occasion.
Yeah.
They miss their friends a little bit, but they have a slew of new friends.
Yeah.
And
How old are they now?
11 and 8.
Oh.
And they're as free as birds. It's a much less pressured school system. So after school, kids aren't doing an hour or two of homework. They're going to Cub Scouts, or they're going to swimming, and they're going to their friend's house. It's a bit more like when you and I were growing up.
Yeah. Now, being out there and the schedules, it's not like doing an American series. I mean, how many do you do this season? Like, is it 12 or 13?
Well, this was only 6.
Just 6.
Next, I don't know actually. I don't know how many.
But that leaves you open to do other stuff. I mean,
You would think so, but actually, it's really hard to shoot it's a long. It's like I feel like it's longer than we had to do Xena.
Yeah.
Even though you're doing far less episodes, not as available as I would have thought. But that's a good thing. I could not ask for a better role.
Yeah.
Honestly, Rob, I hope that you are going to be really bowled over and
easy sell.
Number 1. Okay, but no.
Read the fucking phone book. Okay.
Take off your easy sell hat.
No, I'm blown away by this show, absolutely, and I just love the fact that it's giving you something that you can really sink your teeth into.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh, good, cool.
And, yeah.